Happy holidays, everyone. We're celebrating the Christmas spirit by checking out this fabulous gingerbread village at the Sheraton Princess Kaiulani in Waikiki. And I gotta tell you, it's pretty amazing. I mean, look at all these moving parts. There's a working train, there's a ski lift, and a big carnival here in the middle. So we're here today with the architect behind all of this. The architect is Chef Ralf from the Sheraton Princess Kaiulani.
Aloha, Melissa. Welcome
Aloha.
to the Sheraton Princess Kaiulani Santa's Gingerbread Village.
Thank you. So tell me a little bit about what goes into building this village. What are the parts?
Actually, it's made from all edible ingredients. We use real gingerbread, real icing, and a lot of chocolate. But most of all, you need a lot of aloha to do that because it's a lot of labor for us. You know, it takes us about 3 months to build, just 5 days to set it up.
Wow.
So it's a lot of work for us, but once it's done, we get so much rewards. People just love it. You know, we get a field trip every day from schools coming in. You know, it's very nice.
And I bet all the tourists and locals come in and they're like, wow.
Oh, yes. And everyone has to eat a little bit. So we try to add every year a little bit. So this year we have the traditional Santa's Gingerbread Village, and we also have a Honolulu Historic District over here, right?
Oh,
with
wow.
Kawaho Church, the Westin Moana, and this year first the Iolani Palace. That alone took us 6 weeks to build.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Iolani Palace is huge.
Yeah. So what we do is actually when we build our houses, of course it's a lobby display. We use something inside to support the structure. In this case we use styrofoam. We would just draw it onto the styrofoam and I would cut the styrofoam out, glue it together, mainly with hot glue gun or so. I mean, at home when people want to build edible gingerbread, use a cardboard or something. Don't use the styrofoam, right?
Yeah, cardboard.
Next thing you know, we have a structure. 4 walls, a roof, and a chimney. The chimney is very important to the kids who come here because that's where Santa comes in, right? Now what you're going to do is, we paint actually the houses with real chocolate inside.
Wow.
I tell you, and we use a lot. You want to try a little bit here?
Yeah.
You know, we use a lot. We use about 100 pounds of dark chocolate.
Wow.
30 pounds of white chocolate, you know. It would be 95, but my daughter comes to help. She eats 5 pounds, so you know, my little Isabel. Once we have that done, we put gingerbread onto it. And the gingerbread is baked in these sheets. We use about 60 to 70 sheets of gingerbread. And that's only because we cut it actually in half this way. So we get different structural effects for different reasons, right? For example, when you see the top part here is a little shiny, we cut these little bricks. They're shiny, 1 inch by 1/4 inch. And all these buildings are actually built with little bricks like this. Can you imagine you had to do that?
So you have to glue it one by one?
One by one. But before they do that, we actually create a wooden structure because in the medieval times, houses used to be built with a wooden skeleton structure. And what we do is we cut the gingerbread lengthwise, we paint it with chocolate. And we frame the whole buildings, all the windows, all the doors with this wooden structure first. Then we go ahead and put the little bricks. For the roof, we would create shingles from the bottom part of the gingerbread or wooden planks like this. Now, to attach the gingerbread to the house after we paint it with chocolate, we would glue these windows inside. And
oh, they're perforated.
this is not plastic. This is actually gelatine. Gelatine leaves, they have like a stained glass effect into it. We would glue it into the inside or to the outside, right? So next thing you know, we would put icing onto the house.
How much icing do you use?
We use 200 gallons of icing. And then afterwards, once we start getting our field trips for the schools, we must use another 50, 60 pounds gallons because the kids really, really like to eat it. So what you do is here, you would create a wooden structure around the house. Of course, you take a more accurate measurement, what I do now. So you would go around and create a wooden structure around the house, right? You would go put a little supports in here, in there, go around the whole windows and so on. As much effect as you like.
Wow.
The next step, you take these little bricks and you know, you don't just go and put it on top of each other, you have to kind of. So you would start and make sure you really cut the angles too, you know, that you really, really go one by one into the house and build your wall. So you go on to get the wall. For your roof, you either put your shingles on one by one, or you put the wooden planks. Now what you end up is, you end up with something like this, right? A house with windows, roofs, and so on. To get this a little older effect, what we actually do is we take the chocolate and we touch the gingerbread up. It makes the gingerbread look old, right? Then we go to our icing. We would put icing on and powder sugar and glitter to get the effect.
Wow, that's
Right?
great. That's great. So if we want to see this fantastic gingerbread village, you can come to the Sheraton Princess Kaiulani. It's on display every day. It's free to see, and it's going to be on display until when?
Beginning of January, the 3rd, the 4th, we decide then, yeah?
Okay, and make sure you come and see it and say hi to Chef Ralf if you see him.
Mele Kalikimaka, Merry Christmas.